What is up, everybody? It is NYIhayden here, and this is our first live stream we're doing, and it's going to be of the Bruins versus Rangers game, and I'm stoked for this. I don't know about you guys, I'm so excited, and yeah, that's really all I have to say so far. If you are watching the stream, please leave a like and subscribe if you can, and if you can't, sit back, relax, and enjoy, because this is going to be awesome. I think I'm going to be announcing the game. I've done this before on the Sportscaster app, but it's just this is better, and this is better to build an audience on, as we have two people in the live chat now. And welcome, everybody. No, it's not going to be an Islanders live stream, as you see all the Islanders stuff over there. It's going to be a Bruins one. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. Is I'm just going to copy this link that I'm doing right now. So let me. Sorry. I'm going to share this copy link. Okay, perfect. As now we're going to send this out to anybody who wants it. My grandpa asked for it. That's the only reason. Who do you think is going to win? I'm going to go with the Bruins. They're on a little bit of a skid, but I think the Bruins are going to win this game. I think they're still a great team. As you see, the Garden is having some fans, and you see David Pastrnak on your screen there. Pasta, one of the most dominant players in the NHL today. I think he's very underappreciated. I think he's really one of the best players on, I would say, this Bruins team. Yeah, I'd say he's the best player on the Bruins team. I would say that. But thanks for commenting, BJJ Podcast is greatly appreciated. This isn't letting me copy the link. I don't know why, but here, ready? I'm just gonna send it to here. Bruins have been getting destroyed by New York teams. I know, and my Islanders have been wonderful against the Bruins all year. Have we lost to the Bruins? I don't think we've lost to the Bruins all year. We beat them once 1-0, which was awesome to watch. It was just a defensive hockey game. And as you see, they're showing the game now. We had Yaroslav Halak was in goal for the Bruins when we played against them, the ex-Islanders. That is the first time going against the Islanders since 2014 when he was on the Blues. But this game was just that one was dominated by the Islanders. And on Friday, they were dominated by New York. So I think they were getting the best of them, as you see there. Whoa. These teams don't like each other. There's going to be some fights here and there. And especially with Marchand, as he went down injured on that play. I don't know if I think he's playing. Yeah, he is playing tonight. Marchand's such a pest that he gets in opposing players or teams' heads so easily, and I think it's like a strategy of his. They call him the Rat, but I think he's a difference maker for this Bruins team, especially if they go far. I think Brad Marchand is quite a good player. I really am a big Brad Marchand fan. He's got 22 points this year, 10 goals and 12 assists. He's so sneaky. He's had a very sneaky good year, if you know what I mean. But yeah, here, I'm just going to put my Twitter down in the chat. Yeah, so comment who you guys think is going to win. That'd be great. As it always connects to that. I'm going to send that to the chat. I'm going to pin that. This guy is cool. Put user, no, I'm not a user. BJJ Podcast. Yeah, if you guys could drop a sub, it would be greatly appreciated. As you see there, Chris Kreider, who has been on a tear recently for this Bruins team. Comment who you guys think is going to win. But I'm going with the Bruins. I think they're much better than the Rangers. As much as the Rangers as well as the Rangers have been playing, I just think the Bruins are a better team. And I think the Bruins are a team that won't let their emotions get the best of them, and the Rangers are. The Rangers now missing Panarin, which is a huge loss for them. That's a horrible loss for the Rangers without Panarin, as he was an MVP candidate last year, Hart Trophy. So that could definitely, if the Rangers were really good in your mind before, I think it's really bad now because they are clearly not the best team in this East Division, as some people thought they would be. As we're coming up on puck drop here, you see Chris Kreider, and there's Marchand scoring a goal. Some big hits. These two teams don't like each other, man. I could see this getting feisty. Bruins are going to win. I agree. I totally think the Bruins are going to win. I think, yeah, they had a little skid, and they're the type of team that will come back like that. Do I play hockey? No, I do not play hockey. I play roller hockey during the summer. I don't play ice hockey though. Isles Pens, yes sir, yes Eric Isles versus Pens later tonight. I think, oh, Chris Letang, I think, is officially an Islander killer. That's 4 goals in 2 games for the defenseman against us. He's been fabulous for the Penguins playing against us. I don't know what we can do right against the Penguins, because one of those goals, like, it was really frustrating when Varley fell down. That was so annoying. And then what other one? The Letang one that was right after the Crosby one where Varley fell. I think Varley was a little bit shaken on the play. You know what I mean? I just think it wasn't a good sequence. That 5 minutes, the Islanders blew it. You know what I mean? That 5 minute span for the Penguins scoring 2 goals, it was completely blown by the Islanders. And then we had a great goal. Bailey scored a goal, and then it all went downhill again. But yeah, I would love to beat the Penguins later today. I think that would be a huge win for us. First of all, that snapped a little bit of a momentum streak. Yeah, we got the point. We got 1 point. But I feel like we almost played to get a point against that team. We could have played for 2 points. As every game, as everybody's describing, is a 4-point game this year. I think every game is a playoff game. You got to treat every game like a playoff game. It's a 56-game season. And these rivalries really build up. So there's a guy in Pittsburgh who I have despised for a while, Brendan Tanev. And I love his brother, Chris Tanev, defensive defenseman. I'm pretty sure he's on the Flames now. He was on the Canucks during the playoff run last year. But he's gotten under the skin of us. And last night he took a penalty from Barzal, the cross check. And when he went into the boards, I just think that, in my opinion, we are a much better team than the Penguins. Yeah, top 6-wise, they may be better. We have so much more depth than Pittsburgh. Talking about the Islanders, by the way. The Islanders have so much more depth than Pittsburgh, and I think that knowing how they play, now we know they're going to try to push this into overtime. An overtime game against Pittsburgh is a recipe for disaster. They have 3 lines they can roll out, no problem. As you see in the Garden now, teams getting ready for the opening faceoff. As there's Tuukka Rask looking at our starting goalie, 7-3-1, 2.86 goals allowed. He's only at 892 save percentage, and that is not Tuukka Rask numbers that you are used to seeing, in my opinion. And Georgiev playing today for the Rangers. It was supposed to be Shesterkin. It was a late call then by the Rangers, but Georgiev is in that. As you see, look at this. They have let 13 goals in 2 games, the Bruins have. So they're really missing their defenseman, and I don't know what to say. I think they really are just on a skid, and I think it's going to get better as we are underway at Madison Square Garden. Bruins Rangers. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream as the Bruins get an offensive zone possession right off the bat. Bergeron battling in front of the boards with Adam Fox. Marchand now tries to send in. Bergeron does into the right corner. Here is McAvoy putting it back into his own zone. Zaboral gets it up to Bergeron. Bergeron gets to Marchand with speed. Marchand gives to Pasternak. Shot blocked by Lindgren. And What a hit there from Patrice Bergeron early on Lindgren, and Lindgren has given them problems in the past with physicality stuff, but that was a big hit there early on Lindgren as Craig Smith comes in, the ex-Nashville Predator. Had to change his number this year due to Riley Reese 22 being retired, as it's another big hit that sent both Charlie Coyle and Brendan Smith, I'm pretty sure that is, down to the ice. As here's Mika Zibanejad off to a career slow start, 6 points through 20 games this year. Not a good start for Mika Zibanejad in what some people thought would be his really coming into his own season, as last year he put up 40 goals. Sent down by the Bruins, and it is retrieved by the Rangers. As we look at the Bruins forwards, it's going to be Lafreniere on that first line for the second straight game with Zibanejad and Buchnevich, which I think is a great combo. And this Bruins team, not a lot of depth. I have thought their top six was fabulous, especially with Panarin in the lineup. I just think that they're a team that can be beat. And you see another look at that hit on Lindgren, and that is a big one put on by the captain, Patrice Bergeron. And that's going to be an issue. I think the Bruins are a very physical team, and that perfection line was seen to be a little bit of an imperfection line lately. Quoting my boy Butch Goring, as you see number 11 on the ice for the Bruins, I think he's a difference maker. His name is Trent Frederick, and he is a 21-year-old, but he is a physical player. He is a pest. He's like a little bit of a Marchand, but not as much as skill as Marchand has. But he was giving the Islanders problems when they were down. He was getting into it with Matt Martin, and you saw last time he was getting into it Ryan Lindgren, who is the Rangers, a little bit of a pest on the defensive end. As here is the pass over. They get it to Brett Howden. Howden comes up. They're looking, and that's going to be offside. They don't call it as Howden is in, but now they do. They blow the whistle. And that will be offside. 3-1 in their last 4 games on the Rangers. They've had a little bit of a turnaround without Panarin. Surprisingly, as you see that hit from Brett Howden, this was on Friday. A lot of hits were being thrown as that was Pastrnak going down to the ice, and they don't like when Pastrnak gets hit. That's a lot of big hits on Pastrnak. The Isles were throwing some hits on him too, but the Rangers really not afraid to get under the skin. Is this game in New York City? Yeah, it is. It's at the Garden. There are fans allowed, so interesting, as the Devils are actually allowing fans on Tuesday. Here is Brendan Smith sending it back at mid-ice. DiGiuseppe gets in on that one. Poke check out to center, and it's the Bruins coming in. It's going to be offside, so they're going to have to regroup, as this one is gloved down in front by the Rangers defenseman. Are you going to show the game? I can't show the game, sorry. Here is Bergeron coming in. Bergeron steals it from Georgiev, and Georgiev had to really rush to get back into his crease there. But out comes Kreider, who puts it in front for DiGiuseppe, but he could not get there. Sorry, not DiGiuseppe. That's Colin Blackwell. Lindgren back on it for the Rangers. Here's Lindgren over. Lindgren with it now. He gets it to mid-ice. Here's Blackwell going in off a pass from Kreider. Blackwell lays a big hit on McAvoy, and McAvoy got crunched there by Ryan Strome. Ryan Strome, the ex-Islander, steals it, but here's Charlie Coyle now. Charlie Coyle with speed into the offensive zone. Coyle fires a shot, and it is saved by Anton Georgiev. Georgiev fires out. It's going to be a bit of a mishap there at center ice. It's going to be the rookie Lafreniere, who cannot get the best of Brandon Carlo, the 6'5" defenseman that's in on the play up now for the Bruins. It's going to be a lot of responsibility for Brandon Carlo. He was that fourth guy, and now he's that second guy without Torrey Krug and Zdeno Chara, as this shot on goal is gloved by Georgiev, and that was actually from Carlo. So Carlo making his impact here. Bruins head coach Bruce Cassidy lost 4 of the 5 last games, giving up 13 goals in the past 2. They have started 10-1-2. Since then, they are 1-4. Not a good stretch for the Boston Bruins. You see Brad Marchand talking to his bench there, trying to get some life into them, as they have looked like the better team so far, in my opinion. They have the third line out, centered by Jack Stognicka, and here's Frederick laying a big hit there, and both of them go down to the ice. Here is, can't tell who that is, but the Rangers wearing their reverse retro jerseys today, as Brendan Lemieux back there tried to get it out, but he couldn't. Jake DeBrus, the 23-year-old, puts it back into his own zone, and they are going to regroup. They get to Urho Vakanainen, the 20-year-old defenseman out of Finland, as this one is sent back into their own zone and is recovered by the Rangers. It's put in front, but he could not retrieve the pass. As it's going to be sent back down again. Keandre Miller, the defenseman, jumping up on the play. They're going to keep it in the zone. It's a shot. Fired. Can't go anywhere. DeBrusque now kicking at it. It's a good possession here for the Rangers in the Bruins zone. Another one fired at the net. It's going to be a good chance for Howden, but it trickles wide. Tuukka Rask haven't had to face so many so far. 0 shots on goal on 2 good offensive zone possessions. Brendan Smith back to retrieve. Shots are 2-0 Boston to this point, almost exactly 5 minutes in. As here is Keandre Miller coming up with it. Fires to Colin Blackwell, and he puts it in. Here is Brandon Carlo with it. Carlo fires across the ice. He has got his defensive partner in Connor Clifton. This one is tried to be tipped in, but it is forced out by the Rangers. It's a little chip out to mid-ice, and this is Connor Clifton on it once again. Shots on goal still 2-0 as this one's tried to send in, and Tuukka Rask is going to retrieve it behind his net. Brendan Carlo is on it. Brendan Carlo comes up to mid-ice. Carlo fires over, and here is the Bruins with a good chance, as we haven't seen that first line out in a little while. They have not been out for some time now, as here is the shot from 83 in white. It is shouldered away by Georgiev, and there's going to be a penalty here. It's going to be the first power play of the game, and the penalty is going on Ryan Lindgren, the instigator of a lot of these hits and fights we have seen between these two teams in the last 3 meetings. And we're going to listen to this call here. It actually is going to be Ryan Strome. Sorry about that. Strome is going to go off for cross-checking. And this Bruins power play, deadly. They have a lot of big guns on this power play. And one guy I do want to point out on this power play is Nick Ritchie. He's got 7 goals, 7 assists. But he is a net presence. He is always in front of the net looking to see what he could do. And I really like what Nick Ritchie does, is he goes right to the front of the net, and it hits the crossbar. Georgiev, big scramble for it, and Charlie McAvoy's shot right off the crossbar, first shot on the power play, and Nick Ritchie was doing his thing in front of the net. Such a good presence in front, as Georgiev is shaken up on the play. Georgiev down with his helmet off, as you see Ritchie now trying to go at it with Ryan Lindgren, as this was a bit of an altercation between those two last game, and Lindgren really drawing at Ritchie now. Georgiev is not well. Georgiev is hurt. We're going to see what happened to him on this play. Ritchie was right in front of the net. Oh, and that shot goes right off the crossbar. Ritchie tried to fire, and he fell right on Georgiev. Yeah, that is a bad play there. It wasn't necessarily Ritchie's fault, but he was tied up with Fox. It's right there. Yeah, he falls right on the head of Anton Georgiev. His helmet came right off, and he wanted to pause the game. As you see here, Ritchie was throwing some haymakers there at Ryan Lindgren with the mask on. Can't feel good on his hand as Georgiev goes to the bench. So he is hurt. Goalie for New York to the bench without a. They stopped play on this power play, and the Bruins can't be happy about that, as they were getting some momentum there, but cleaning up that cut, as you see Igor Shesterkin wondering if he will get a chance to go in. Georgiev is not well, but certainly cannot feel good there. As Anton Georgiev putting some stuff on that cut now. Might be a little bit of glue because they want to stitch it up right in the middle of the game. But Nick Ritchie is going to head to the box, so that is a big loss on this power play for the Bruins. I mean, he is, I would say, one of their best power play players. In front of the net, he is fabulous at what he does. And Georgiev is back, big 40 in blue back in between the pipes, and it's going to be Craig Smith in the box as well. So I wonder what's going to be the penalty here. Is it going to be 4-on-3? What the numbers are going to be on the ice? 4-on-4. So that's the end of the Bruins power play. That looked very good to start off the crossbar for McAvoy. Got it on net, but now 4-on-4 hockey as Marchand carries in for Boston. Marchand makes a nice move, fires at the net. Fired a little bit wide, might have glanced the glove of Georgiev. Marchand still with it, looking to shoot. Comes out of his own zone. McAvoy with it now. Charlie McAvoy taking over that number 1 defenseman role. 2 goals on the season for McAvoy. He's got 2 goals and 11 assists. I'm pretty sure for 13 points. 24 minutes time on ice a game for him, though. So he plays a lot for this Bruins team. As here is the Bruins now coming up on the play. It is dumped in by 27 in blue. Jacob Zaboral puts it around the net for Marchand. Marchand now comes up with it. That is actually Pastrnak and Coyle. Here's Coyle with Pastrnak driving to the net. Coyle shoots. He scores. Charlie Coyle, 4-on-4, does it all himself. Travels through the hole. Neutral zone, offensive zone, got halfway. Fired a shot top right over Georgiev's blocker. And that is a 1-0 Bruins lead. It's going to be an assist for Pastrnak and McAvoy. He was managed to get that right to his forehand. Great play by Charlie Coyle to go right onto the stick of Keandre Miller. And we might be seeing that one on ESPN Top 10 because he fired that one right where he needed it to be. And he put his team up 1-0 about 12 minutes in. Charlie Coyle, that is his 4th of the season. We are 7 minutes in about after that altercation. As you see, Shesterkin is coming in net. So Georgiev is coming out. They say he is not well. And in comes Igor Shesterkin. Georgiev is going to go back to the locker room. Really interesting decision here for the Rangers. As Igor Shesterkin is going to come in, he's 4-6-1 this season, 919 save percentage. Should note that both teams have a Long Island stub on the blue line. Yes, they do. I'm pretty sure I know the Bruins is McAvoy. Eric, if you can remind me who the Rangers is. Oh, Adam Fox. It's Adam Fox. So McAvoy and Adam Fox, both from Long Island. Shame they're not playing for my Islanders. I would love a guy like Charlie McAvoy, but yeah, 2 Long Island guys on both of these teams. Just noting that because I am an Islanders fan, but as you see, Igor Shesterkin getting ready here. Interesting decision by the Rangers, I would think. 4-on-4 hockey, 54 seconds left as Igor Shesterkin comes in, and that puck is dropped, and we might get a penalty right off the bat here. It was a high stick, came up high on Lafreniere, the first pick in the draft. He's shaken up on it, and I think we're going to go to a 4-on-3 power play. As you see Jason Tatum on your screen with a Subway commercial along with Draymond Green. But yeah, if you guys can let me know what you think of the game so far, it'd be great. Also, let me know in the chat. Are you guys watching the game as well, or are you just listening to me? Like, do you have the game on your TV? That would be great to know in the chat if you guys could let me know that. It helps me out because I know if I'm doing a good job or if you're just watching me just to watch me because you can't make it to your TV for the game. So yeah, let me know if you have the game on your TV and you're listening to me broadcast it, or you're just watching me in the chat. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks, guys. As so far in this game, it's been an interesting one, I think. Really weird that the Bruins, I don't know why they just took the Rangers, I don't know why they took Shesterkin out. I think Georgiev looked fine. Yeah, he just gave up a goal, but interesting there. Watching you are about 5 to 8 seconds behind the broadcast. Yeah, it's the YouTube. It's like a little lag thing on YouTube. I can't do anything about it. Maybe try like rewinding your TV to the spot, but I don't know. Let me just text this person. Because I'm actually going to look to see about the Islanders Penguins game tonight. I know they're definitely doing it. As you see Kenny Albert there, the man who I have almost taken over for. I'm just joking. But now it's going to be Pastrnak in the box. That is 3 players in the box for the Boston Bruins. It's going to be a 4-on-3 power play. A lot of open ice to skate with here for the Bruins. They're going to look to get it to Zibanejad, it looks like, with the one-timer. Let's see what they do here. Zibanejad hanging out at the top of the circle. It's going to be fired on net. Tuukka Rask makes an easy pad save as Fox has it now. Fox, offensive-minded defenseman, 21-year-old for the Rangers as this one's fired down below. It's Chris Kreider, Adam Fox, and it looks like Pavel Buchnevich as this one is popped up and it hits the glass. Scramble for it. It comes in front. Kreider's got it, and he fires wide. Chris Kreider had a golden opportunity. Sorry, that was Pavel Buchnevich. My bad on that name. But here's Fox with it now. Fox looking to go somewhere. It's a lot of zone time for the Rangers here. Bergeron, McAvoy, and Carlo on the ice for Boston. This one's going to be sent down. It's going to make it 5-on-3 for only 9 seconds, though, as Ryan Strome makes his way out. It's going to be a couple of shots on net I expect here from the Bruins. Adam Fox walks in, and it trickles by. It's going to be back to even strength. Zibanejad's one-timer is blocked. Power play for 55 seconds, not even strength. Sorry about that. Here is Ryan Strome with it. Gets it to Adam Fox. Strome going to his spot on the forehand. Here is Fox with it now. Firing for Zibanejad. He fires well wide because Zibanejad cannot catch a break as he had a lot of net to shoot at there. Not a great play by Mika Zibanejad. He had what looked to be a lot of open net there as they're going to bring out the second unit here is Brendan Lemieux. Lafreniere is also on the ice. Lafreniere fires in the middle of the ice. It's Lemieux who fired wide. Here is Connor Clifton having trouble with it. He falls down behind the net. A lot of bodies going down is Blackwell now. And it's going to be a chance for Charlie Coyle. I wonder if he'll just dump. He had a goal like this earlier as he's just going to turn around, keep the puck, and this is wasting some time on the Rangers' power play. They can't get the puck off of Charlie Coyle's hands. He's going to send it back to his defenseman, and that is Jacob Zaboral with it. Zaboral fires around, and it's going to be finally knocked off the puck of Marchand, knocked off the stick of Marchand. Sorry about that. And finally, the Rangers have possession back. As here's Keandre Miller, the 21-year-old defenseman who they are really raving about. Keandre Miller has, I think, a goal on the season. As coming in now, it is even strength. As Pastrnak is back, and this one, it flashes the leather. Does Tuukka Rask, saving that one from 76 and blue. As you see here, really good chance for Zibanejad. I wonder if they're going to show it again. That was Buchnevich's chance, and he fired well wide. Here's Fox, who was looking for it. Fox got it back, and that one was blocked by Zibanejad's try was blocked there, and this one was fired and gloved by Rask. So a good game so far, 5-2 shots on net. As Kevin Rooney, the ex-NJ Devil, in to take the faceoff for Boston in the offensive zone. He's been good on faceoffs all year. Is that no possession yet? And that faceoff numbers are going to continue for Kevin Rooney as they're going to give this a Rangers win. Sent down, and it's going to be an icing call on Bruins. So the Rangers getting their fair share of zone time right about now. As you see Trent Frederick, the guy I was talking about earlier, really a difference maker for this Bruins team. People don't realize him enough. I saw a tweet the other day against the Islanders. They said, release the Freddy. And I didn't really know who Frederick was until I watched the Bruins-Islanders game where the Islanders put up 7 goals. But not to mention anything besides that, Trent Frederick was a big player for them. He's good on the offensive end, and he's even better again. He's like the villain. He's the villain for this Bruins team as you get a good look at him there. Here is another Bruins possession. They're just going to fire it down. Rooney is going to retrieve. This fourth line has been good for the Rangers pretty much all year. Rooney has been a shining spot for the Rangers team as he puts it in front. It was a good chance, kicked off the skate. Keandre Miller fires, and this one is tipped wide. I thought that was in the back of the net. As Trent Frederick now fires it out of the zone and is kept at the line as Rooney is just going to dump it right back in. Good shift here. They're going to call a penalty. As you see Georgiev, I'm going to look at Alexander Georgiev, what happens here. So he goes down there. That's what hurt him. And he had a cut on the side of his eye. And then right after that, it was a shot by Coyle, but I don't see why they took him out. I think it was an odd decision because it's a great shot by Coyle. I don't think a healthy goalie would have made that save. So, interesting decision, but Sturkin is in net now, and he has only faced 1 shot so far. As no power play, I was wrong there. Not calling a penalty as this one's dumped in and is won by 18 and White. Good play by the fourth line there. As here is Sean Corrali with it. Corrali looking for somewhere to go, skating with it. Corrali now knocked down to the ice, and that is a big hit there for the Rangers as he tries to get it out of the zone. Not a lot of separation there for the Bruins on that. Not a good play. As here is the Bruins with it. They get it. And here is Bunneman with the not Bunneman. I'm thinking of the Flyers. Sorry about that. I don't know who 83 is as he puts it around. In the back of net is Corrali, and is not a good play by Lemieux just to put it right back into his own zone. McAvoy can't glove it down at the blue line, and we are going to go back into their own zone. As here is McAvoy with the jumped on the play by Colin Blackwell. Is watch too many men on the ice penalty here. No, they didn't call it, but here is Marchand so good with the puck. Doing a little bit too much, though, is sent back, and it is retrieved. McAvoy's just going to send this one in for Pastrnak. Pastrnak takes a little whack at Adam Fox, and Bruins are going to turn the puck over, and the Rangers are going to send it back in to Caress it out to retrieve. 10-11 already the hits for this game, on pace for 30, and we are only through halfway of the first period, so very physical game so far. I do agree with that. I just don't think even a healthy goalie would have made that save. I would have given him another shot, and I don't think he was that hurt. I think it was just a regular cut. If you know what I mean. I'm not disagreeing with you, Eric, but I think I think not a lot of people would have made that save as you see Nick Ritchie back on the ice. And I was praising Ritchie right before that on the power play as his presence in front of the net is up there with the best of the league, like a guy like Kevin Hayes or who's also good in front of that Brock Nelson, Anders Lee. But you see a good look at the rookie defenseman Keandre Miller there. As the first line is out for the Rangers, it's going to be Zibanejad, Lafreniere, and Buchnevich. Zibanejad's got it, and Zibanejad has that skill. He's just struggled to get on the board this year, which is really sucks because I think he's the best player on this team right now besides Panarin, who is not he's on the team, but he's taking a leave of absence from the game of hockey. As this one's chipped in, it's going to be a run on it for Lafreniere after Carlo. Lafreniere, such a good skater, sends it in. Lafreniere has had a slow start to the year as the first overall pick, but he's an 18-year-old kid, and it's going to take some time for him to get adjusted. Just look at Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes' first year was not pretty by any means, and he's fabulous this year for the New Jersey Devils. It's going down on the play was Connor Clifton there. Brendan Carlo's partner, as Carlo's going to send it. He's going to send Nick Ritchie on a run, too, as they're not going to call the ice here. They're going to wave it off as sent around, kept at the line. And it's going to be right out of play. Are they going to call this on the Bruins? It might just be a regular off a stick, no penalty. And we're going to go to commercial break here. At least the NBC is. Bruins lead 1-0 over the Rangers. 7:40 left in the first period. There's a fun fact for you. If you're an Islanders fan on this stream, Jean-Gabriel Pageau was almost at 70% on his faceoffs last night. Such a good person. Really frustrating for us Isles fans against the Penguins. And that was the Jean-Gabriel Pageau penalty I'm looking at now. They say he got Letang, but he clearly sells it way more than he should. And I know, Eric, you weren't happy about that one. If you could tell me in the chat, what was your reaction to that JG Pageau high stick on Letang that really gave them that goal? Now I'm looking at 2 years ago today was John Tavares' return to the island, and that was crazy. That was a night to remember for the New York Islanders as you're looking at some fans in the Garden. Really good to see there for hockey, bringing all these fans back. And I think it's a fabulous move. I think it's a smart move. I think we're ready to do it, and good for them because Devils fans are back in the stadium. And on Tuesday, I will be making my way to the Devils game versus the Islanders. So really excited for that. Here's an offensive zone. Face off one, and it is saved by Shesterkin off his left pad. Good, some zone time here for the Bruins. And we haven't seen that first line out in a while. Once again, I'm pointing that out because they are usually playing over 20 minutes a night, all three of them, Bergeron, Marchand, and Pastrnak. But you're seeing the second line here as Ritchie tried to get a tip on it in front. Can they keep it? They can't. And the Bruins are going to have to retreat back into their own end. Let's see if they want to change here. No, they're going to keep that second line out, who have been good. It's going to be an ice. But I don't know why. I don't know why they aren't sending that first line out. If you guys have heard any updates, as I am not listening to the sound because I have these on, but you're seeing some fans in the garden, which is so good to see. There's a family and there's some more people. Really, really awesome for the Rangers to get the fans back, and Devils and Islanders getting them back. Devils this weekend, Islanders on the 18th of March. So awesome to see for the NHL. Coyle in for the faceoff, who has the lone goal tonight for this game. Today, sorry. It's only 12 o'clock. As here is a faceoff loss, and this is going to be a good opportunity for the Bruins. For the Rangers, as he has hit off the puck, can Smith keep it out? No, he can't. And this is going to be right off the stick of, I think it was Lafreniere, and he's really struggled so far today. As out of his crease, it was Shesterkin as Bergeron tried to lay a big hit there, but he couldn't land it. As here is the Rangers with a good chance. They put it in front, and it trickles right out of the crease. Now it's Fox with it, trickling. Here is in front of the net, and Bergeron's just going to fire it out. Perfect touch on it so they can get a change. Rangers come back into their own zone, give it to Adam Fox, the offensive-minded defenseman, only 21 years old, from Long Island. Fox fires across the ice for the other Rangers defenseman. Back to Adam Fox, and Fox is going to look up the boards. Nothing is there. Yesterday, Varley led him some soft goals. I was dominant and only end up with 1 point. Yep, I completely agree. I wasn't happy about that outcome. So Ryan Strome, the ex-Islander, makes his way into the Bruins zone. Strome battling behind the net with Urho Vakanainen, as Vakanainen is now with Strome again. Those two still going at it. Chris Kreider now with it. Kreider fires over to Colin Blackwell. Rangers getting some good time in the Bruins zone here, as this one's fired at the net, blocked. And finally, we see this first line out, and it is a defensive zone possession. So not what you want to see if you're a Bruins fan if this first line is out, and that is going to be an icing. Garask has made some good stops today. This one was blocked by Pastrnak, who you usually don't see blocking a lot of shots. And what about this one? Hit down on the ice by Ritchie. This Bruins team likes to get physical, and if you're going to win games, you can't let them do it with you. As Fox should have shot that puck earlier, I think. I mean, he's seeing more than I am on a TV, but I don't think he should have waited that long. Boston already 8 block shots, and this one is another face-off win, and this is a big one as they are hemmed into their own zone on the Bruins after the icing call. This one is stolen away by Studnicka, and here's Pastrnak. He's going to have a good chance. You don't want this man one-on-one with your defender. Is Pastrnak looking? And he is knocked right off the puck and sent down to the ice by the Rangers defenseman. What a play there on Pastrnak. As a lot of people are afraid to hit him, Rangers clearly aren't, because in their last game they were hitting him as well. Here's Lafreniere, the first pick in the draft, with it. Lafreniere off to a slow start this year, but looking to get back on track, as this one is hemmed out of the zone by Trent Frederick. Sorry, tough name to say. As sent into the zone. Tried to stay out by Connor Clifton. Is sent right back in for the Bruins as Jake DeBrusk on a weird bounce off the boards. DeBrusk had a good chance at it, but he could not get there. It's Corrali back from McAvoy. McAvoy with it now. Battle along the boards with it between both of the teams is sent down by the Rangers. Zaboral on it. Zaboral looking for an outlet pass, and this is going to be another icing call against the Bruins. So Bruins guilty of a lot of icing so far, as you see a Dunkin' commercial on your screen, including the man on your screen right now, David Pastrnak. He has done some Dunkin' commercials. During the intermission, I hope you guys don't mind, I'm going to go eat my breakfast because my dad picked up some pancakes from the diner. But I'm sure you guys would do the same if you had some chocolate chip pancakes waiting for you. Here's some football takes for you. Should the Jets draft Zach Wilson with the second pick? Let me know in the comments. Is Trey Lance overrated? Oh, if my Panthers take Trey Lance, I'm going to be furious. I don't want Trey Lance. Really don't want Trey Lance. I would rather Justin Fields. As here comes the Bruins, and not a lot of legs underneath them, as they just had a big icing call after a long shift. As into the offensive zone come the Rangers one more time, taking defenseman with him as Corrali loses it in his zone. Another turnover for the Bruins in their own zone. 12 in blue looking to do something with it. DiGiuseppe now. DiGiuseppe looking for Howden in front of the net, but that one was blocked away. As here are the Bruins. They can keep it in their zone. I mean, the Rangers. I keep getting teams mixed up. This one's poked away. There's a long shift for this Bruins fourth line as they're finally going to get a change. Rangers were trying to prevent it by going off the boards quick, but they couldn't. Breakfast is 12:40. Yeah, I woke up around 11. As here is, it's a good chance for Ryan Strome in front, but he could not put it on net. Kreider and Clifton going at it behind the net. Strome fires it around. It's going to be a good pass there for the Rangers defenseman. Defenseman comes up. Here's Kreider now firing over for 25 in blue. Blackwell behind the net. Blackwell's 43, DiGiuseppe's 33. But here you see Bruins getting back on it, and Carlo's going to try to clear the zone. He's wearing the A instead of David Krejci in his absence, and here's Charlie Coyle. Coyle looked to go over for Ritchie. He was looking to pass the whole way. Maybe should have shot that puck. He already has one today, and he looked like he was feeling it on that first shot. As Coyle wrestles this one out for Craig Smith. This one is blocked down in front by the Rangers. Good chances there for the Bruins. When they get their chances, they're fabulous chances. Then they didn't even get a shot on net on that rush. So really just shoot the puck there if you're the Bruins. As Marchand sends this in for Bergeron, who is so good on the defensive end. Former Selke winner, pretty sure a few times for the best defensive forward. As this first line once again struggling to get into their zone as they are again hemmed in their own zone by the Rangers. As Rask is going to shoulder this one away. Pastrnak trying to whack it out of his own zone. Zibanejad keeps. And that's going to be a shot on net for the Rangers. Here is McAvoy again. And this one's just going to be trying to send in. And Pastrnak, it bobbles off his skate. He tried to kick it into his zone, but he could not get it. 2 minutes remaining in this first period as it's retrieved by the Bruins defenseman as in comes Connor Clifton. He is sent down to the ice. Big open ice hit there by the Rangers. Let's see if that stirs anything up. This is Clifton right back at it. Clifton shoots. They score. I'm pretty sure it went off the stick of someone. I don't know if it went straight in from Connor Clifton, but that is the Bruins' second goal of the game. First on Igor Shesterkin. 2 goalies so far for the Rangers, but might have been Trent Frederick, the guy I was praising so much earlier. Clifton just let this one go and went right through the 5-hole of Igor Shesterkin. We're going to get a better look at it here. Let's see if Clifton did tip off anyone. I think it did. I think it went off Frederick, who has had the best start to his career a lot of people could ask for. He has been a good third liner for this Bruins team. I don't know if it hit him, actually. It might have hit Keandre Miller. We're going to have to look. I don't know if Frederick got the tip on that. They're gonna tell us. I'm actually gonna look here. What's up, Flash? Guys, we're gonna see here who they're giving credit for that goal. I'm gonna look right now. They're giving Frederick credit. It says unassisted. I don't think that's right. I think they're gonna give it to Clifton after all. As here's another good opportunity for Frederick. He's a big guy who can skate. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. Does Trent Frederick? As here is Brandon Carlo colliding. Here's Urho Vakanainen, who has not been what the Bruins have thought. He was a top 20 pick in the draft, and he really hasn't gotten off to a good start in his career. They're going to come right in against the Rangers. Bruins, in my opinion, have been a little outplayed, but the Rangers give up 2 goals in this first period as they're going to send it ahead. They say it was tipped in, so Rask is going to play it. No icing on the play as they knew that one was coming from Carlo. It's going to be kept in the zone by DiGiuseppe. Pass in front, and it's gloved by Rask and sent down to the ice hard was Brett Howden. That was a hard hit on Howden as there was a big hit there on Lindgren, and Lindgren is really not getting the likes of this Bruins team. A lot of the Bruins don't seem to like Ryan Lindgren. I wonder why. He was going at Pasternak a lot the last game, and a lot of times that's what you got to do to get on those Bruins teams. Can go for their star. As much as I hate to say it, yes, they are giving credit to Trent Frederick on the goal. Assisted by Connor Clifton and Jack Studnicka. Here's a fact. Your Bruins took Pasternak late. I was like, oh, Jesus. So we took Dow Cole over David Pasternak. A lot of teams fast up on David Pasternak, as the man is only 23 years old and he is already a star. I mean, we've got some great guys for the future of the NHL. We got McKinnon at 25. Connor McDavid is 24 years old. Let's see, Draisaitl, I think he's 25. Pasternak, 23. Matt Barzal, 23. Got a good future here. Miro Heiskanen, Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier for the Devils. We're in good hands for the future of this league, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. But Eric, that is a very interesting fact, because now I'm just more mad about it. But as much as Dal Cole was picked at 5, right? You expect him to be a scorer for you, expect him to be a difference maker. He's good along the boards, and I think on that third line, I'm fine with playing him there. Yeah, he was the 5th pick in the draft, and it sucks, but you got to get over it. You got to get over it. His game isn't going to be to score the puck. His game is going to be to hem teams in their zone and do what they do best. And I think that is okay, in my opinion. Let's get a good look there at Rockefeller Center in New York City. Some people skating as you have a man wave to the camera with his child. Some ice skating being done there. I wonder if we're ever going to see a hockey game played outside at Rockefeller Center, as a kid just fell down and a guy just fell down. We're having people go down in Rockefeller Center, and that is not fun to see. As you see Georgiev back on the bench, faced 5 shots tonight and allowed 1 goal. So really, I just still don't agree with the decision to take him out. There's 40 seconds remain in this first period. Let's see if the Rangers can do anything with it in the Bruins zone. Is pushed against the boards there. Is sent down to the ice was Corrali. Bruins have a good possession here. Is Lindgren looking to cut to the net. It is Blackwell now with it. Blackwell's going to have a good chance. Fires in front of the net. Puck still there and is knocked out by Charlie McAvoy, and tripped down on the play was Strawman. Is that Strawman? I can't read his name. As 2 Rangers collide. They're going to get this one up to Strome, poked away by McAvoy, and it's a good chance for the Rangers, and they get 1 shot on net. Sorry, as they're just going to send this one down 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and that is going to be it for the first period. As a little hit there behind the play as this first period comes to an end, and I will be right back. I'm going to get my pancakes, but if you guys could stay, it would be awesome. Eric, please stay in the live stream. I'm going to be right back. Hello, everybody. I am back here. Let me my door. Yeah, guys. So that's the end of the first period. You know your thoughts about it in the comments. It would be awesome to see what you guys think about that first period. I think it was a pretty good period played there by both teams. I would give the edge to the Bruins, as of course they are leading 2-0. But it's been a good game so far, and I think the Rangers are not as bad as some people think. So yeah, I'm eating here. What player would I rather have in their prime, McDavid or Crosby? Probably Crosby. Yeah, Crosby. Keep the questions coming. It's fun to answer those. I still don't think they should have taken Georgiev out. And I know, Eric, you disagree with me, but I just don't see the need to. I don't think he was that hurt. He had a cut on his eye. Big deal. And the goal he gave up, I think the reason they took him out was because of the goal. I don't think a healthy goalie could have made that save, if you know what I mean. So they're talking about it now on NBC. Just don't think. You let him prep for the whole game, and then you just take him out. It's one goal. Ready, guys? What is your favorite breakfast food? Put it in the chat. What is the best breakfast food? Put it in the chat. What is the best breakfast food? Put it in the chat. Gotta go pancakes. Chick-fil-A? But what can you get at Chick-fil-A for breakfast? You know what I mean? I don't know what you can get there for breakfast. Like, I'm not gonna get a chicken sandwich for breakfast. Tell me what you get there for breakfast, Flash. Ready? I'm gonna say something all my friends disagree on. Chick-fil-A is insanely overrated. I mean, yeah, it's really good. Don't get me wrong. But people are like, oh, I couldn't live without Chick-fil-A. Like, I know someone who before every test, it's like his comfort food. So, like, he gets Chick-fil-A while he's studying. Like, I'd so much rather have, like, Five Guys. All right, you ready? Here's your next question. Chick-fil-A or Five Guys? both atop of what they do. Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches, Five Guys burgers. I'm gonna see what y'all's opinions are on it. Your all's opinions are on it. Yes, sir. Five Guys. So good. You guys playing Xbox? Anybody on here? Or PS4? If you do, drop your PSN or gamer tag down below, and I'll add you guys. Maybe we can play some Chell sometime. I'm a big franchise mode guy, so like in Chell I have a Flames franchise mode. Madden, I had a 5-year Panthers franchise. This year in Madden 21. But yeah. They're showing the Jerome McGinley thing here. It's pretty cool. What's your Xbox gamer tag, buddy? You could DM me it if you want. I'll DM you. Okay. Oh shit. That almost went bad. I almost just spilled pancakes all over my floor. Ready? Here's another question. Chocolate chip pancakes or regular pancakes? There's only one right answer. I remember, here's a weird thing. So my friend met Julius Randle the other day in New York City. But anyway, talking about like meeting famous people. I met Saquon when he got drafted, like at a Giants thing, because my dad's a big Giants fan. He was the nicest guy. I remember exactly what he said. My dad goes, "Congrats, man. Hope you're a Giant forever. Really talented." He goes, "Thanks, boss." Oh, it was pretty cool. I try to say it all the time, but I don't. Yeah. Also, put in the chat. Do you have any famous people you've ever met? And name your famous one if you favorite one if you ever have met a couple. Jake Gensel. Yeah, I feel like he'd be a nice guy. I think he's overrated, though. Way overrated. Like, I'd take Matt Barzal over Jake Gensel any day of the week. That's it for the pancakes. Perfect timing. We are back. So apparently, the Cowboys are determined to re-sign Dak Prescott. I don't think it's going to happen. I honestly do not think it's going to happen. I think he's going to want too much. But I don't like that he would want too much. I think he is a great guy. I've always liked Dak Prescott. I felt horrible for him in his injury, but he's gonna ask for like 50 mil a year, 40 mil a year. He's gonna want. My point is, he's gonna want Mahomes money, and Dallas gonna be like, dude, we're not giving you Mahomes money, and I think that's completely fair. They're not gonna give him Patrick Mahomes money. But you could also look at it another way, like, yeah, it's Dallas. They're a frontline and a NFL team, and they're gonna try to get him. That's a funny commercial. Trade. Weekends go so fast. Like school tomorrow. So annoying that I have school tomorrow. It's weird because we've gotten used to watching hockey without fans. In my opinion, it's pretty weird to see it with fans now. Not full, of course. Big game for the Islanders tonight. Oh, Sorokin might play. I hope Sorokin plays. Draisaitl. I disagree. I think Draisaitl is great. I love Draisaitl actually. He won the MVP last year, man. Casey DeSmith for the Penguins. And then who for the Islanders? As we are back, and Guess who's in net? Another goalie change for the Rangers. They have messed this up. They totally messed this up. I completely agree. Two best players. I completely agree with you on that. As Pastrnak gets a good chance there, Bergeron with it. Bergeron took a big hit from, I think it was Lindgren who gave him a big. Bergeron gave Lindgren a big hit earlier in the game. And it's back in his own zone is Marchand. Marchand looking for an outlet to Pastrnak. Pastrnak sends it in, and guess who's in net? I already said it, but is and Alexander Georgiev. Look at that hit. They really don't like Ryan Lindgren. This is really fun to watch. As Carlo sends it back around. Ritchie in to get it with Brendan Smith. Ritchie, and Smith almost just was ran into by Coyle, but he couldn't get there in time. Ritchie with it now. Sends it back around. It's Craig Smith with it. Coyle tried to poke this one out. Can't. It's going to be another good chance for New York here. As out comes Boston with the puck. Keandre Miller is back to retrieve. Miller sends it around the boards and retrieved by Ben and Carlo. Carlo sends it in, and it's going to be a regroup for both teams as Brendan Smith has it behind his own net. Smith, very much one of the last grinder defensemen. He's really just a hustler. As in comes Boston, New York, and Brendan Lemieux making some nice moves with the puck. This one comes out. It's going to be sent to the New York defenseman. Is in tight. Once again, not a lot of spacing. The spacing is horrible for the Rangers today. There's another turnover. Sorry, that moved. And it's going to be a good chance. It's Zach Studnicka and Frederick. Studnicka shoots, and it's saved by Georgiev. What a chance there for Boston on Georgiev. And look at Trent Frederick in with three other Rangers here, including Brendan Lemieux. Great play by Studnicka there. And once again, horrible spacing for the Rangers. They're on top of each other. I still don't see why they put Georgiev. I still don't see why they took him out in the first place. It's confusing. Yeah, they have the two best players in the league. It is weird. It's just their bottom six sucks. I bet you I couldn't name everybody on their bottom sixes. Here is Gauthier in, and it is shot off the blocker of Rask. Another shot there goes wide. And it is going to go right all the way around the rink as Studnicka is back to retrieve. Studnicka and Frederick going at it. Here's going to be a good chance for DiGiuseppe. DiGiuseppe looking to go somewhere with it. Can't. Here he is now again. Let me just make sure that's DiGiuseppe. I'm pretty sure it is. It's going to be retrieved by the Rangers, and it's going to be dumped in, and it's going to be no ice. It's waved off. Back in Irons, they say stop skating a little bit. Here is another good chance. Hit off a man on the bench. Let me just make sure that is DiGiuseppe. It is DiGiuseppe. What number is that? He's not in. Never mind now. 27 is Jack Donaldson. Hey, Jack is 25. Got it. So you see a good look there at Charlie McAvoy, the man who they have invested in being one of their top guys. Here's Alexis Lafreniere, as I mentioned before, off to a historically slow start for a first pick in the draft. It's Pastrnak. Smart move here. I like the move putting this first line out on his offensive zone face-off. As Bergeron loses a face-off, and you do not see that very often. This one's sent down the ice for an icing call. shot wide. Lafreniere only 6 minutes time on ice so far, and we are almost halfway through the game. Marchand running to get it, and it's going to be a penalty. Who are they calling it on? No penalty. Sorry, they said out of play. My bad. Bergeron and Strome going to go at it for the face-off. Bergeron wins it. It's going to be a quick shot by Marchand, but he couldn't get rid of it as broken stick on the play for a Rangers player. McAvoy jumps up. Here's Charlie McAvoy looking to put it across the ice, but couldn't find David Pastrnak on the other end of the pass. This one's sent, and it is McAvoy with it. McAvoy to Marchand. Marchand almost turns it over in his own zone. As Coyle gives to Marchand. Marchand a long shift here. Good pass to Coyle. Got it back to Marchand, but it was stolen in the middle by Lindgren. Lindgren fires up. It is intercepted here. Is at mid-ice. Smart play by Coyle, but Ritchie was in offside, and that is going. They're not going to call it. They say delayed, so they're just going to play this one on. But the Bruins do not have the puck anymore. Here's Fox firing back over to his defense partner, Ryan Lindgren, as Brandon Carlo and Connor Clifton are on the ice for Boston. Clifton getting some business. As here's another good chance for this second line. It's Coyle to Ritchie, but a great defensive play by Brendan Smith to keep that one out of the center of the ice. Great play there by the veteran defenseman. Tuukka Rask has not faced any great chances so far. As Clifton comes up, flying through the neutral zone. Good skating there from the defenseman. This one's fired in by New York, and it's retrieved by Brendan Carlo of Boston. Carlo is hit, and it's going to be a Jack Studnicka on it, right back into the zone as DiGiuseppe touches up. So no offside. Here's Carlo with it, putting it along the boards, right into the zone. But Brendan Smith having trouble with it is knocked off the puck, and it's going to be great forechecking by Boston, kept in the zone by Vakanainen. Here is Frederick looking over. Oh, this one goes wide. I thought that was in the back of the net. As Frederick and Studnicka hounding Brendan Smith on the defensive end for the Rangers. Still in the zone, and it's fired down the ice, and no icing on the play. As here is Studnicka again with his third line. They've been good all night. As Frederick all day. Frederick looking to one time that one. It's going to be Lafreniere on a good chance. Lafreniere beats out the icing. Let's see what he does here. As he's hip checked by Vakanainen. Vakanainen fires. It's DeBrusk, and it's going to be a 2-on-2, but he can't get to the puck as DeBrusk is on it, actually. Blocked the puck from being cleared. He did do that. This one ends the skates of Corrali. Tried to send it down, but he couldn't, and it's going to be another good chance for Lafreniere. Lafreniere's got good legs today. He just can't keep the puck with him. Here is McKegg firing to 83 in white. I don't know who it is. He's a big hit there on the Rangers player. As Corrali looking to do something with it, can't. Into the zone it goes as Jacob Zaboral is on to retrieve. So another cool thing that I will be doing on Tuesday is that I will be vlogging my experience inside a hockey game in the COVID hockey season. So I'm going to the Devils Islanders game on Tuesday, which I am absolutely stoked about. But besides that, I'm going to be vlogging it. So I'm going to be giving you guys insight of what it's like on that game. So yeah, really excited for that. Can't wait to finally be back at a game. Like I never look forward to the weekend to be over. You know what I mean? Like I always just want to be the weekend, and I hate the school week, but being honest with you, I'm not mad about this weekend being over at all. I'm actually really excited to be able to go to a hockey game, and I hope you guys will tune into that vlog because I'm gonna put some work into it. I really wish it was tomorrow on Monday, but it's on Tuesday, and I can't do anything about it, so I'm not gonna complain. I gotta decide what jersey I want to wear too. You know what I mean? As in about like 5 minutes, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I'm not gonna do the whole game today. Not really in the mood for it. But after about 5 more minutes, I think it's gonna be over unless there's another goal. Actually, it's just I'm gonna end it right now. So thanks, guys, for tuning in to this game. I know I didn't do the whole game, but it was great doing it with you guys, and thanks for being active in the chat. This is NYIhayden signing off. Stay cool, everybody.